All right, hello and welcome back. We are here, we're live, we're ready to go for the Sunday night watch along, and it's going to be an epic stream. We've got 4 games. I've got a lot of players. I've actually got 5 players during this game to play, and then I've got Haaland last. And look, I'm in this awkward position where I'm legit hoping that Haaland sucks. I hope he gets a red card and just gets himself sent off. But obviously, there's a lot of people that are going to be joining this that are going to be absolutely frothing it because, yeah, look, let's be honest, Haaland should probably be pretty good. And there I am saying, let's be honest yet again. What is wrong with me? I've lost the completely there. So, yeah, I've had a mad day. I've barely had any sleep. I've driven 6 hours. I've cleaned my Airbnb. I've put this together and I want to watch some football. And yeah, let's get into it. So hopefully this looks all right and hopefully I've whacked it together. So let's see if it works. All right, brilliant, fantastic. That worked out well. That's good. All right, we're going to quickly adjust the virtual background. There we go. So it looks a little bit more natural. And yeah, we're ready. We are ready for the football. So let's get through some of the lineups and I'm going to get straight into the chat. So just bear with me 1 second while I piss fun around here and try and make this work. All right, there we go. Whack that on. All right, turn that down so you can't hear that. I don't get destroyed by YouTube. All right, so lineups for today. Let's have a look at what they are. So we're going to start off with the Aston Villa versus Bournemouth game. So for Aston Villa, it is starting in goal, Martinez, Cash at right back, Konza and Torres, or Pau Torres in the middle, Luca Dean on the left, Kamara and Onana in the midfield. It's McGinn slightly right, Rogers in the number 10, and Buendia returns here on the left. And then it's Watkins up top. For Bournemouth, it is Petrovic in goal, Trafford at left back, Senesi and Milosavljevic in the middle, and then it's Smith at right back. It's Adams and Scott in the centre, Tavernier, Clive at Semenyo, and Evanilson replaces Krippy Jr. up top. So if you're bench boosting, not good. I don't know, a few people probably are with Krippy Jr., so that's not ideal. So on to the Brentford versus Newcastle. For Brentford, it's Kelleher in goal, Coyote, Collins, Vandenberg, and Hickey. In the midfield, it's Yarmolik, Jordan Henderson, and then it's Dango, Otara out the right, Damsgaard in the 10, Shard in the left, and then it's Thiago up top. And then for Newcastle, it's Pope in goal, Byrne at left back, Botman and Jow in the middle, Trippier on the right, Bruno G, Tonali, Jolington in the midfield, and then it's Barnes on the left, Voltemata and Jacob Murphy on the right. He starts there, obviously in the absence of old mate. Then Crystal Palace versus Brighton, which is a game that I'm very interested in. I'm hoping Mateta bangs and Munoz doesn't. It's a weird feeling betting on some of these teams and hoping for the best. But for Palace, the big news here is that Gahey is not featuring at all. That knock that he obviously got in the Conference League has cost him dearly. So it's Henderson in goal. It's Richards, Lacroix, and Canvot. I think I've said that right. Hold on, let me check. Let me double check. Yes, Canvot. Then it's Munoz, Wharton, Lima, and Mitchell. And then it's Sarr, Kamada, and Mateta. Interesting. And then for Brighton, it is Verbruggen or Bart Simpson in goal, Kagladoo, Dunk, Van Heck, and Wafer in the back line. Ayari and Baliba in the midfield. Gomez, Ruta, or Jorginho, Minte, and Welbeck up top. And the last game, Nottingham Forest versus Leeds. Last but not least, probably the game with the least amount of goals in it tonight, I reckon. It's Sells in goal. Savannah, Milinkovic, Murillo and Williams in the defence. Sangare and Anderson in the midfield. And Doy, Gibbs, White, Dominguez. And Igor Jesus starts up top. For Leeds, DCL unit is nowhere to be seen. He's not even good. Oh no, he's on the bench. He's on the bench. DCL unit is fit enough to make the bench, folks. Watch out for that. He's going to score in the second half there. Perry in goal, Gudmundsson, Bujol, Rodon, Bogle, Ampadu, Okafor, Stack, Longstaff, Aronson, and it's Mcheka up front. Let me know if I pronounce that right, any Leeds fans that are in the chat. And those are all the teams. So let's have a look. Murat, you absolute legend. I've just seen you've gifted 5 memberships. You absolute legend of the chat. And honest guys, if you're in the WhatsApp chat, just hand over your club you support, the country you live in, and just let Murat know. Also, if you want to give him your age, that's beneficial as well. Date of birth, even preferable, because then we can say happy birthday to you when it's your birthday. And Murat is very good with a spreadsheet, I can tell you that much. So we are ready to go. We are locked and loaded. The games are about to commence, and I'm ready. I'm ready for some goals. I'm literally ready for some goals. I'm ready for some Mateta goals. Ideally, Mateta will score a hat-trick because everyone knows this week I'm versing FPL Timu Jesus, and Timu Jesus does not have Mateta. He had Bowen, so I need Mateta to go massive tonight, and I need Munoz to stink up the gaff, and Brighton hopefully to score a goal. Preferably Minte doesn't score or Welbeck, and it's some idiot like, I don't know, let's go Belieber. Belieber scores a worldie, and Palace win 3-1 with a Mateta hat-trick and a triple assist for Sarr. That's the ideal scenario. Let's go. So obviously we are doing the the minute of silence just before games as well, which is obviously remembrance. This is the Remembrance Weekend. Yeah. So there we go. All right, let's have a look at what the chat is up to. Woof woof. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Don't worry, Prem up. I can check the lineups myself. Big up, Murat. We love you. Triple Arsenal defense and Captain Gabriel failed me. I know. I can't believe Gabriel. I watched the game yesterday and I was annoyed. I was already annoyed from Man United showing up and not beating that Spurs team. Like that second half was just abysmal. It really pissed me off. It triggered me. I watched this versus Nottingham Forest the week before and thought, oh my God, we should have done better than that. And then this week we go to Spurs. And that Spurs, we should be beating that. It's still triggering me now. It's just mad how Man United can't deal with nonsense teams. I just don't understand it, and it's highly frustrating supporting them when that kind of a thing happens. But it is what it is, and we go. Thankfully, Bruno and Bruno both returned for me. I mean, the Gabriel captaincy. I mean, I said in my hot takes, and the card said Sunderland were going to score, right? I flipped the card and it said, is Sunderland going to score? It said yes. Card was right. Card also said pick Haaland captain over Gabriel. Maybe that's a sign that Haaland's going to beat him with 2 points. Hopefully it's just 2 points. If it's anything more, I'm in trouble and Tom might have me. But yeah. Hoping for Thiago points. I'm hoping not. Obviously everyone can see my team there. I need a big point score, man. I need Mateta goals. I need Sarr goals. I need Burn to replicate what he did in the Champions League with a 15-pointer. That would be the ideal scenario. If that happens, if Dan Burn scores a goal like he did in the Champions League, I will do a double shot to that because that's what we need. That's what we need, folks. The D-Unit needs to beat the Tom. I will not be sitting there suffering for 2 weeks listening to Tom carry on like the sheep that he is in the WhatsApp chat. And I mean, in fairness, I knew he was captaining Haaland. I could have just sat there, but I was like, oh, I want to beat him my way. And I feel like my own big-headedness has got in the way of just stupidity, really, more than anything else. FYI, though, I did say that anyone that owns Saka, you should be captaining him in these kind of weeks. So if you went to Saka captaincy yesterday, congratulations, that was a GOAT pick. I still don't know how the bonus point system allows Saka to get 3 bonus points when Ballard literally won Sunderland a point and got a goal and an assist. I still don't understand. I understand it's based off the metrics or whatever, and it's doesn't actually factor in the fact that it's not like the UCL where the best player in the game actually gets the 3 points. But yeah, I feel like that was slightly, I don't know. I felt sorry for Ballard owners. If you had Ballard and you had him on field and you didn't get the 3 bonus, I feel like as a defender, getting a goal and an assist should automatically just equal 3 bonus. But yeah, we're underway. All the games are underway. So I'm watching the Palace versus Brighton game on the left. We've got the Brentford versus Newcastle game on the right. And we'll have updates from Aston Villa, Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest Leeds. The only game yet to kick off is Nottingham Forest Leeds. They are running slightly behind the other 3 games. Oh, also, I just remembered, I almost didn't do the timer, folks. I started, completely forgot. That's all right. We can sort that out now. Get that on. There we go. All right. So yeah, that's about a minute late, but you'll get the gist. All right. Where are we at? All right. That's what we need. All right. Brilliant. All right. I'm all set. I'm all locked and loaded. I captained Neto yesterday. Oh my God. I was sitting there. I looked at the free hit draft I put together, right? And I don't know how well it actually would have gone. So obviously I was going to captain Jared Bowen if I went the free hit draft. And in reality, I would have got one extra point out of it. So maybe I should have. But that free hit draft had Enzo, it had Neto, it had Saka, and it had Marino. Like, I feel like I should have just done it. But the problem was I also had James in that lineup, who obviously came on for a 1-pointer, which stunk it up. I feel like, yeah, that was my one defender, right? And that would... No, actually, I changed it last. I'm pretty sure I had Kukurea in there instead. I have to go back and check. But, yeah, I mean, it's one of them weird ones. It's one of them weird ones, and we, just hope for the best. Yeah, he was... Yeah, I mean... If you own Jared Bowen, all I can say is I feel your pain. That was like me with Phil Foden for the last 4 weeks. And then he returned the week I sold him, literally. And he literally was involved, should have had something more, and then just didn't get any returns. He literally played really good football, but just did nothing with it. And that's frustrating. And I feel like Jared Bowen, last season, right, he had 50%, I feel it was about 50% goal involvement every time West Ham scored. There was a 50% chance that he was either on the assist or he scored the goal. West Ham have literally just gone back-to-back weeks scoring 3 goals, and Bowen hasn't got anything. I mean, that is just, I don't understand. That's just incredibly unlucky. But that's just FPL. I mean, next week everyone would be like, oh, no, West Ham going to do nothing away against Bournemouth. I bet you Jared Bowen scores a brace, and everyone's literally sold him that still had him for that Burnley game going, that's it. And then he'll definitely return. Blanking the Senesi and the Petrovic owners. You can almost put bloody money on it. I tell you straight off the bat. It's that kind of a season this season. Just feels like that's what's going to happen. All that chaos that Darius is happy about and Dye being trashed to have the 2 shots for that. I know. I mean, look, let's be honest. We had the Anderson. I said Anderson's rubbish. And look, to be honest, let's be honest again. Brentford are fruit. No, they're not. Thankfully, Otara's picked it up on the right, and Dan Burn, maybe put a foot in, mate. Get some sort of a DC contribution, would be nice. Could come down to that. I need all the points I can get here. Oh, here we go. Crystal Palace are through. Mateta! Oh, he's hit it over the bar. He's lent back a little bit too much there. That would have been a Sarr assist and a Mateta goal. That would have been a very nice start to the watch along. Alas, Mateta has blazed it over the bar. I mean, it wasn't miles over, but like it was a decent chance. Sarr played him through. In fairness, the XG of that chance, I reckon, is probably about 0.07 or something like that. It's not amazing, but it's not poor either. I wish that I'd captain like someone like Neto. Like that would have been, but I reckon if Man United hadn't been the bloody early kickoff, I would have captained either Bruno or Mbeumo yesterday, and I would have been much happier with that. Newcastle, Bruno G having a wild shot from about 30 yards out, clears the bar. Now Arsenal need to lose one of the next 2 matches. I called it first. that would be something 100%. I mean, I just want an exciting title race, and I feel like Sunderland. The problem is that Sunderland have forced Arsenal into a draw this week, but Liverpool play Man City. And you'd expect, like, I don't know if anyone's actually going to win that game. I know that I thought that Man City would beat Liverpool 2-1. Phil Foden winner. It's ironic. It's probably going to happen. But I feel like it's a week where Man City and Liverpool, if we're really thinking about it strongly, they're probably going to draw, which means that no one actually gains any ground on Arsenal at all. And I'm looking at the league table now. And Man City is 7 points behind Arsenal before they play Liverpool. And Liverpool are 8 points behind Arsenal. Chelsea is 6 behind. I mean, we almost need Man City to go and beat Liverpool to try and make it some sort of excitement. Because I feel like at the moment, Arsenal are just grinding these results out, which is, fair play to them, but it is also a little annoying I mean, they actually, to be fair, I thought the game yesterday was the best I've seen Arsenal play from open play all season. Like, they weren't relying on set pieces yesterday, which was very much a change to what we've seen over the first 10 weeks. It's probably why all their defenders blanked as well and got 1 point. I mean, that week to play that after getting the 12 point of the week before. I mean, Sunderland literally scored 2 goals of 0.5 XG. I mean, it's just ridiculous how they scored 2 goals out of that. All right, Brighton. Oh, there's a really good chance there. Flashes across the box. I think that was... I don't know who that is. Some guy with curly hair. Oh, who is that guy? So Minte plays it out right. No, Minte pays it to someone. It must be the bloke that must be Weefer. Weefer must be 27. Yeah, I think it was Weefer and it's put out for a corner by Lacroix. But that was a very dangerous attack there for Brighton. And I need Brighton to score here just to ruin Tom's thing. Oh, good ball into the box. It's headed away and cleared. Another ball into the box. Richards there with a clearing header. Oh, Brighton! Oh, I thought that was a goal. My bad. It looked like the camera angle. You know, sometimes when you're watching a game of football and the camera angle looks like the ball's going somewhere where it actually isn't. That's literally just what happened. It looked like that was going to fly in top left-hand corner, but it did not. It got blocked. It got blocked by It got blocked by... Oh, no, it didn't get blocked. It was just a good save from Henderson. I didn't even realize it got to Henderson. I thought it got blocked by a defender from the angle I saw, but it's not. He hit that so well. That deserved... Well, I mean, it was a pretty good shot on target, but yeah. Madness. Brighton are pushing early there at Palace. It's going to see if... I mean, should be an entertaining game, which is why I've got that one on along with the Newcastle Brentford, because that's the actual official goal rush game that they are following. Hoping for a Haaland blank. I'm definitely hoping for a blank. All right, Mateta. Forces a great save from Bart Simpson in goal. I thought that was it. I thought that was the 1-2 punch there. Mateta creating a great chance for Sarr. Sarr placing it, but Bart Simpson got off the Simpsons to make a decent save and force a corner. That's a great hand. A great hand there. I mean, this game is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Enzo and Eze are done for me. Sickle and blanking. Yep, fair. I can't see City winning at all. I hope they don't. I hope Liverpool win. That'd be the ideal scenario. I can't believe I'm going for Liverpool, but I'd love a Liverpool clean sheet, and that's it. All right, Daniel Munoz. No, I don't know what he's doing there. That's a pretty poor corner there from Crystal Palace. That was so close. I mean, Mateta and Sarr have now both had decent shots on goal within the first 10 minutes of the game. I mean, this could have gone so differently already. We'll have to wait and see what happens up. All right, here we go. Sarr! Oh, he's missed. How's he missed? Oh, it's another great chance for Crystal Palace, and Sarr is just... It's gone begging. It's gone begging, folks. I think he was offside. He would have been offside anyway. It doesn't matter. He would have been offside. Who cares? Neither here nor there. 100% would have been offside, but that is a poor shot. I mean, it's on his right. He just needs to put his foot through it. He's tried to side foot it into the back part of the net, and it's a poor finish. It's a poor finish. I have Haaland, but I want him to blank. I mean, the Crystal Palace Brighton game is where everything is happening at the moment. I've not seen any updates from any of the other two games. I'm glad I've got that one on next to the Newcastle Brentford game because, yeah, I mean, Crystal Palace and Brighton, there's got to be a goal in this game before long. This could be one of them really entertaining 0-0s. No, I don't want a 0-0. We want goals. So shut up, Darius. You don't know what you're on about. After the having a stinker of a week, but LFC are on later. Go the Reds. Yes, nice, Banjo. If I've missed anyone's chats, I do apologise. I'm literally trying to do 3 things at once. Haaland's my favourite player that doesn't play for any teams. Hope City challenge Arsenal. Fair. Are a better team than City, but I can't call the game yet. It is one of them. I think that if this game was at Liverpool, I'd be pretty confident in Liverpool getting a win. And I don't know why. I just feel like at the moment they're currently the better team. But yeah. Come on, say. I know. That's so frustrating. Like when you got players like that and you see them get into good chances, you're like, just put the bloody ball in the net. I like it's obviously I get a little bit excited because I myself am a striker by trade. So I'm like going, it's not actually that hard, boys. Like just put the ball into the net. Like just do what you're paid to do. Adam Wharton's gone down here. He's just having a little drink. He should be fine to carry on, or maybe he's shaking his head now. I don't know what's going on there. He's had to go off for some treatment. Maybe he's just shaking his head because he had to go off the field. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be fine. He's going to come back on. There's a yellow card here for... Who's the yellow card for? Or maybe I just think that he's given a yellow card. I'm not sure. There's definitely something going on over there. I must have missed what actually happened to Wharton. The time is behind by 1 minute, Creed. The time is behind by 1 minute. I just can't be bothered fixing it. It's Herzl with a yellow card. It's not... Okay, it's not a player, folks. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. It is Herzl with the yellow card. Actually, I'll update that timer just briefly to fix that because, yeah, that is probably a little annoying. It is 1 minute behind. I do apologise. We'll add that on. There you go. Should be sweet. That should look... Yep, just added the 1 minute on. Look at that. Brighton manager booked. I know Herzl got a little bit excited. A little bit excited. I mean, this game it feels like it's got good energy in it. All right, we're off to Aston Villa versus Bournemouth now, and it looks like there is a small chance here for Villa. Potentially, I don't think it's a goal. Oh, it's a good shot by someone with dreads. I think it might be, I don't know, who is that guy? 44 for Villa, who's that? Petrovic forced into a save, and it's out for a corner there. That's good. Well, you need Villa to score, let's be honest. What a large beverage. I know. I've got to sit there and just pace myself for the duration of the stream. We're here for the Harlem Pain later, aren't we? We're all here for the Harlem Pain. This is going to be like 80% of the chat are going to be frothing if Harlem returns, and then there's 20% that are going to be like me, just going, "Can he please do nothing tonight?" It's going to be an interesting watch. It's going to be a very interesting watch. No, this is just a bit of rum and coke for a Sunday. Yeah, literally, I just have a drink so I can actually, otherwise my throat gets really dry because I'm talking so much, so I actually need some sort of liquid in order to make sure, otherwise it just gets sore after a while if you just keep on talking. All right, there's an injury here for Newcastle. Someone on the right. Oh, wow. There's a goal. We've got our first goal of the watch-along, folks. It's in the Nottingham Forest versus Leeds game. It's just flashed up on my screen. We're waiting to see who it is. And it's a 1-0 Leeds, apparently. Mchekia scores for Leeds. That's what we love to see, folks. Fantastic stuff there. All right, we're waiting to see what's going on. I'm waiting to see that goal, but it is 1-0. And Brighton are pushing here off a corner. Push it in. Oh, it was a good chance. All right, let's have a look. All right, Milenkovic. Oh, that's some sloppy defending that. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, no. That is some woeful defending there, folks. Oh, that's just too easy. That is too easy. I mean, look what happens. Leeds bench Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and we have our first goal of the watch-along, probably because of the fact that he's not playing. So, yeah, there we go. 1-0 to the Leeds. Fantastic stuff. That's what we love to see. I feel sorry for Kanji, man. He's got cells and goal. He's on free hit. He's not had much luck, and I feel like he's just got no luck this week, and that kind of sucks. I know what that feels like. It's not much fun. All right, I'm going to update this. It's 1-0 to Leeds. My bad. All right, let's delete that one. All right, there we go. First shot. Not first shot. I was going to say none of my players did anything, so I don't have to do any shots yet. But the first goal of the live watch along, that is what we wanted to hear. I'm going to update that score very, very soon, but it is 1-0 to Leeds. Boss is tired. Nah, not tired. I'm actually pretty tired though. Like when you do, so I've driven 6 hours today, and when you drive 6 hours, it is a long drive. I'm not even going to sit there and say it's not, because it is. But yeah, there we go. 1-0 to Leeds. I've updated it. We should be good to go. All right, have I missed anything else here? No, I don't think so. 1-1 now. What is going on? Is there another goal in that game? Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Is it Milinkovic? Is it a Milinkovic goal? Is it Morgan Gibbs-White? Who scored the goal? Who scored the goal? Yes, I'm seeing it. I can't believe there's another goal. I'm waiting to see what it looks like. But that's ridiculous. Literally just updated the score and Leeds have conceded straight off the bat. Brentford, Pope. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, my God. Pope and Burn combining to give me frights. It's not ideal. Not ideal at all. That's mad. All right, we're still waiting to see that goal. We're still waiting to see that goal. But apparently people are saying it's a Singari goal. We haven't gone there yet, which is why I haven't updated it. But there is a goal in the Nottingham Forest Leeds game after we just went there for the first goal of the live watch along. Madness. I mean, the game where I've got no interest in at all, and that's the game with all the goals. I mean, I wonder if that counted as a Pope save. I don't know what that was, actually. All right, here we go. All right, it's a Milinkovic ball played up top. And number 14 with the assist. No? Yes. Yep, that's a goal. 1-1. I mean, that lead did not last long at all. That lead legit did not last long at all. That's hilarious. Legit hilarious. What a... Mad. 1-1, folks. Can't believe it. No goals that I actually want to have happen, but we've got 2 goals in the live watch along now. Another defensive midfielder return. I know. I have Gibbs-White captain in my challenge team. Who got the assist in that game? Oh, no, it was the defensive. I don't actually know who quite caught that. So, yeah, needed the Harlem to Perth drive, 16 hours. Oh, mate, it's not a fun drive. It's not a fun drive. The 6 hours are like because obviously I went out last night to defected, and by the time I went to sleep, it was, I don't know, close to 4 a.m. because I watched the Arsenal-Sunderland game because I had Gabriel captain, and I just wish I'd gone to sleep. Could have done with the extra 2 hours sleep. And then I woke up, it was like 9:30, and I've got to come home to like do some other work, so literally had about 5 hours sleep, and yeah. But we're going all right. The drink is going to keep me awake, I think. I like mentality from Leeds there. I know. It's hard to believe. I mean, that is the classic switch off and concede. That's literally what just happened. I mean, Aronson, by the way, got the Leeds assist in case anyone was wondering for the Mchekia goal. Right. The Brighton versus Crystal Palace game has settled down a little bit at the moment. But Brighton are pushing here off a corner, and it's gone straight into Munoz, and it's got to go down as a block, surely. All right, Brighton at the back. Minte heads it across, and it goes out. That's definitely the more interesting game. Brentford-Newcastle has not had many moments other than that, I don't know, almost mix-up between Bope and whatever the hell was going on there. Dan Burn, nice. Defensive header there. We'll take that. I really need a Villa goal. Do you prefer Mbumo or Foden for the next few weeks? To be honest with you, I prefer Foden. Oh, and Doy assist. Thank you very much, Fizzy Can. I've just seen you put that in the chat. Thank you very much. Do you prefer Mbumo or Foden for the next few weeks? I prefer Mbumo until he goes to AFCON. Like, his fixtures until AFCON are, like, Man United's next 4 are... I was looking at this before and I was like, oh, they literally have the best 4 fixtures in the game. So Everton at home, Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace away, not easy. But then it's West Ham at home, Wolves away. I mean, the next 4, they should be winning 3 of those 4. I mean, like, I would forgive them if they don't win against Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace are a very good football team, and we always seem to struggle there anyway, just with the way that, you know, United play and the way that Palace play. But there's no reason to think that we shouldn't be beating Everton at home. We should definitely be beating West Ham at home. And we should be accounting for Wolves, who literally look like one of the worst football teams the Premier League might see in a very long time. Right, Brentford pushing away here on the counter. Newcastle get back. And then the attack kind of fizzles out a little bit there. Morgan Rogers, yellow card. I mean, I can't... Yeah. Foden has bought... I know. I bought Phil Foden because I knew that UCL performance where he got 2 goals was so close. I could see that coming. Every time I watched Man City, I was in disbelief that he wasn't returning because, like, in those games where Haaland was getting those goals, Phil Foden literally was getting the assist of the assist. Like, he just wasn't getting the returns. And then what happens in the UCL? The dude goes out and scores a brace. And I'm like going, well, that's why I kept on saying he was a great pick. And he's playing 90 minutes, like almost religiously at the moment for Man City as well. So Pep obviously rates the form he's in too. I mean, I was looking at Man City's fixtures and I was like, is there a way that I can get him back in? I'm like, but who do I sacrifice? I've got Sarr in the midfield. I've got Rice. I've got Mbumo, Bruno. And who's my fifth one? It's, who's my fifth midfielder? Hold on. Who's on the screen? I'm missing one. Semenyo. That's the one. I think potentially I've looked at getting rid of Semenyo for Foden and just taking on Semenyo's ownership because I feel like potentially it's a play that post next week I'm very interested in. So Joelinton has gone down again here and he's copped another whack in the leg. I think Newcastle might be forced into an early change here. Joelinton doesn't look right. This is I think the second or third time he's been on the floor and is requiring treatment, and surely it's got to be a matter of time. I think the studs in early doors into his leg are causing him a lot of problems, which is not ideal. It actually looks really painful, to be honest. Thank you very much. Love you all too. This is why I do this. Was not an Ndoye assist. Oh, who got the assist? Who got the assist? Someone let me know who got the assist in that. I saw that Aronson obviously got the Leeds one. Maybe they've updated it in here now. They still haven't updated it. At the moment, there's no assist being given at all, from what I can see. Do you think Nuno is turning West Ham into a team that can't really be targeted? I don't think so. I think West Ham can definitely still be targeted. I mean, Burnley went to West Ham and scored twice. I mean, if that was a normal Nuno team, Burnley do not rock up at your home ground and put you through the ringer and score twice. I know they did the same thing at Man United. I'm very aware of that. But I have not... I know that West Ham had a very good game against Newcastle the week before, but Newcastle had an absolute mare of a performance in game week 10. I don't think... I mean, West Ham's fixtures don't look good. They do not look good from now until quite a ways into the future. So, I don't know. I feel like if you've got a West Ham asset, you're probably looking to sell because the fixtures, I don't think, are there. And I'm not convinced Nuno has been able to instill what he had at Nottingham Forest with that squad yet. I feel like when a manager comes in halfway through the season or like a third of the way through the season, all you have to do is look at Man United under Amarin last season. What happened? It was an absolute disaster. Like, we struggled through the entire season. The good news is you'll be able to figure out which players are going to suit his system, which players won't. But that's probably going to take him most of the season to do. So, I don't know. I think that West Ham are going to be a pretty green fixture for most of the season. And if they change manager again, they're definitely going to be a green fixture because I feel like they've just got to stick now and just hope that Nuno can get a couple of players in January and really turn it around. I think that's probably where they need to look to be looking at. Burns on 7 DC. That's news to my ears. That is news to my ears, Avi. Keep that going. Bruno to outscore Saka over the next 5. It's close. Saka's return yesterday has put him ahead by 3 points. So there's 2 weeks left to go. The good news is Man United have Everton at home and Crystal Palace. Arsenal have Tottenham and Chelsea. So I feel like there's half a chance that Bruno should be able to cover it based off the fixtures, I feel. I mean, how Saka got the 3 bonus yesterday, I'll never know. Also, the only one in that game for Arsenal that got the DC points seems I don't know. I thought that was I thought that was interesting. I mean, how did no one else get him? Like, I've got issues with the way that FPL and Opta actually count the DC things, because sometimes when you're watching the game live, like Dan Burn, for example, I'm watching that game. How has Dan Burn had 7 DC already? I've not seen him do anything else other than head the ball once. So in my head, based off what I've seen, he should be on 1. But yet somehow he's on 7. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm playing Dan Burn, so that's nice. But I just don't understand how it works. Like, I legit don't understand. Like, I don't know what they count. I don't know what they don't count. It's just all a bit odd. 9 now? That's not... That can't be right. That can't be right. Let me check. Let me check what's going on here. I can't believe that. Wow. He actually is. Like, how the hell is Burn on that much? All right, Newcastle, Barnes is 1-0. Barnes has scored for Newcastle. It is 1-0 to Newcastle. We've got our third goal of the live watch along. And Barnes has given Newcastle the lead, folks. It's 1-0 there. I mean, that just opened up. I mean, Barnes did very well, sold the blokes inside, comes outside, puts it away. I don't know what Andrews is checking on the monitor, but there's something he's checking. But there's definitely a goal there. And apparently someone's saying 1-0 to Villa. Oh, there's a goal in the Villa. This is what we like to see. Everyone, Villa scoring, blanking the Bournemouth defence. Tom, if the results end as they are now, I'm back in business, baby. I'm back in business. The double Newcastle defence at the moment is currently coming in. I mean, I think it's a Voltemata assist. I don't know if it hit Voltemata or not, but it could be a Voltemata assist. Hold on. Jacob Murphy plays it in. Yeah, it's a Voltemata assist. Anyone that owns Voltemata, he's definitely got the assist. He got the touch on that before it found its way to Barnes. And yeah, and then I'm waiting for the Villa goal to come through. But at the moment, it's looking good. Look, happy days. Happy days here if you own any of them. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. All right, let's update these scores. All right, there we go. All right, we're still waiting to see the Aston Villa goal, by the way, which is why I've not done it. Yeah, Voldemar has done really good there. So if you've got him, I don't know if Nightmare's going to be in the chat, but Nightmare, he turned up for you today, baby. He turned up for you. The Newcastle boys, at the moment, are turning up for Nightmare. All right, Dan Burn, ball into the box. Someone hit it so he can get an assist. Alas, no one did. All right, here we go. The ball's gone out of play. We should be going to the Aston Villa versus... All right, here we are. Aston Villa, free kick. Oh, wow. Buendia, straight off a free kick. I don't know who won the free kick for Aston Villa, but that is a fantastic goal off a free kick. I mean, I don't actually know that should have been a goal. I feel like the wall is not very well positioned and... Not sure what's going on here. Have I frozen? Oh, my stream is my stream with the actual football's completely died. I do not know what's going on here. I've lost the stream of football. What the hell's going on? I just saw the... Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if I'm still live anymore. I think I am. I feel like Elon Musk is doing some weird stuff. Yeah, it was definitely a Voldemar assist. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like... I'm not sure. I feel like... We see you. All right, that's good. The chat is still seeing me. I don't know what's going on. I feel like the internet is struggling. I don't know what's going on. Got to quickly refresh that. It's either that or Stan Sports gone completely down, which I think is potentially what's happened here. That's very disappointing. I'm literally flying solo. I've got no idea what's going on. All right, brilliant. That's good. I was like, oh, I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, alas, it looks like the football's died. My stream has completely died in terms of being able to watch the football. And I don't know why that is. I'm going to quickly see. I'm going to quickly disconnect from that and see what's going on. I don't know if it's... I want to see if it's just... Stan. I think Stan might have just carked it. Is it possible they've just carked it? I think it is. I feel like it is. Potentially. Yeah, Barnes' goal was amazing. I'm just quickly checking. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. But I've got the football back on. I'm not sure. I think the internet just had a massive whinge about something then, and it's just not happy. All right, are we back in business? My actual computer does not want to load the goal rush. I don't understand what's going on there. But we'll take it. I'm actually seeing that, the internet is struggling because I'm seeing that the clarity is not that good at the moment. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Hopefully Elon Musk can sort it out and bring it back. But we'll blame him for now, but we'll carry on regardless. And at the moment it is, obviously we're going to have our first shot of the watch along because Brentford were pushing there for a goal, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. But yeah, it is. It's we've got a few score updates there. I'm going to quickly change that because the score is now not wrong. That really threw me off. The thing went down. I was like, oh, here we go. But I think we're okay. There we go. Scores are updated now. Sorry, folks. Yeah, I blame the internet. That has to be Voltamata assist. He definitely touched the ball. I don't understand how that wouldn't be his assist. He definitely touched it, and that's normally what happens. That seems very odd. Very, very odd. Anyways, we are flying a little. I'm having to improvise here because at the moment my computer does not want to play ball and it does not want to load these games. Don't understand what's going on there. I'm scared. I want to change it over to my phone internet so that way, in case Elon Musk is doing something dodgy. But I feel like if I do that, the entire stream might die. So we're just going to sit there and just hope that it doesn't die. That's the plan anyway. We're just going to hope that, at the moment I can only watch it on one thing. So we're just going to hope for the best here. All right, let's quickly get off that. And, all right. So yeah, we're about 35 minutes in now to the first halves of every game. And we're going to pull that shot because there has been 4 goals now, which is fantastic news. I mean, that Villa goal is big for me. If Newcastle can keep a clean sheet, we're all good to go. We are good to go. We're going to be loving life. Tom is going to be relying then on a Haaland bloody hat-trick to beat me. So that's the plan. Someone let me know when Burn gets 10 DC as well, because apparently he's on 9. That's good. Villa, come on, Villa. Keep going. I feel like Musk is dying here. Yes, Abby. 5 points. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I feel like this is a week where it is going to be quite low scoring, to be honest. I feel like there is a Haaland blank loading later on. And for that reason, I think that's going to equal a very low week of points. I think that's what's going to happen later on. But yeah, I mean, Newcastle at the moment look like they're showing up to actually... they're defending a lot better than what they did against West Ham. Now, thankfully, it looks like Eddie Howe must have got my voicemail I left him and said, basically, if you double Newcastle defence don't show up today and actually get me some points, you're out. They're being sold en masse. It'll be the easiest transfer for Burn to like Munoz or Virgil this week because game week 12, like Newcastle have Man City next week, and I don't see them keeping a clean sheet against them. So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to just move them on. Probably. Oh, it's really annoying. I can't believe the thing went down. I mean, I'm just waiting for it to come back. I mean, like, I feel like the internet is really struggling, and I don't know why that is. I mean, the one at Mum's completely died on Friday, and now I feel like I'm in a similar position today. Not ideal. Not ideal at all, folks. But we've got the football on, so that's good. The phone is having to come in clutch here with the internet for me to actually see and bring you the action. But we're good. All right, I'm going to quickly put that up there so I can actually see it. The good news is I have a Google 9 Pixel Fold, so the screen is actually not too small, which is nice. Brentford, I feel like Brentford have definitely pushed more in that game than Newcastle, but yeah. Right, let's get that goal rush on. That's what we want. All right, here we go. I've accidentally clicked off the wrong stream. All right, there we go. Now we're good. Lovely. I really want to see this Crystal Palace Brentford, the Crystal Palace game though, because like I need Munoz to probably concede a goal to Brighton, but I also need Mateta to start showing up and doing some work for me as well. So it's annoying that game is not loading. Why is it not loading? Let's have a look. See if I can fix that. Surely, maybe I just need to open the door. I blame Musk. I'm writing a complaint. This is not good enough. This is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Actually, the Crystal Palace, I've just realised, Crystal Palace Brighton, even though they had the most chances in the first like half an hour, they're cooked. Like there's been no goals in that game. Like completely no goals in that game at all. Oh, this is so annoying. Why is this not loading? Cross that off. It's so weird because it's like loading websites up, but it's just not loading this football up. It's so weird. I don't understand why that's the case. It's very odd. It's very odd. Hopefully it sorts itself out at halftime. Roster tactic. I know something's definitely going on because like it's just weird. Like I could see the stream quality just looks. I don't know what's going on, and it's not the computer. I can tell you that much. Because my phone literally did the same thing. I had to disconnect from the Wi-Fi to load it up. So, but I can't swap it over. I'm just going to have to sit there and hope for the best. The rumour's true. You and FPL Nightmare is opening a new YouTube called the FPL Suicide Squad. Gary, the good news is that we're not. At the moment, double Newcastle defence and Voltamata are coming in for both me and FPL Nightmare. So we're back. Turn off and hoon. I know, I feel like I want to go and turn it off and reboot, but I just feel that's, yeah. I don't know if it's a wise decision or not. But Newcastle definitely, they're looking a lot more, I don't want to curse them, so I'm not going to say it, but I'm a lot more happy with what I'm watching in this game than what I was in the West Ham game last week, because that game last week gave me no confidence at all in Newcastle's ability to keep a clean sheet, and that's not what you want. Now Jow's on his haunches, sorry. You can reboot at halftime. I might need to, folks. I might need to go and press the thing at halftime. It might mean that we have to kill the stream. I have to bring it back. Yeah, I'm not confident. I won't even lie. I'm not confident in Newcastle clean sheet at all. But Dan Burn's very close to the 10 DC already. So at worst, he should get a 3 or 4 pointer. You would hope. That's the ideal. 2-0 to Villa. I mean, this is good. Yes, there's a goal in the Villa versus Bournemouth game. I've just seen that flash up on my screen. We're going to go there very shortly. But is Ollie Watkins, if anyone went there, like, surely he's going to start returning at some point, you would think. I know how Dan Burn has now got 10 DC, folks, because every time Coyote takes that long throw, it's Dan Burn versus Collins. All right, here we go. All right, Bournemouth versus Villa. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Anana with a long ranger from 25 yards out, and I think it's a Buendia assist. So Buendia has a goal and an assist from what I can see. That's fantastic news if you own him, but I don't think anyone does. But it is 2-0 to Aston Villa, and double Bournemouth defence for Tom is officially in the bin. Unless they can get some kind of attacking returns. But yeah, it is. It's 2-0. And Villa looking very good there for the win. Bournemouth are literally coming back to earth, it feels like, at the moment. I mean, it does go away from Petrovic, but should he be doing better there? Like near post, he could have got his hand down. I feel like when you get beaten at the near post and the bloke shoots from 25 yards out, I feel like you should be getting there. But he just doesn't get there. He doesn't get anywhere near it at all. Doesn't get anywhere near it at all. All right, we're going to update those scores for everyone there. 2-0 to the Villa. Still no goal in the Brighton versus Crystal Palace game, and we're now heading into the last 4 or so minutes of the half. Rogers assist. Oh, my bad, Simon. My bad. Yep. It looked like it was Buendia, but I obviously got it wrong. Yeah, I don't understand how he's getting beaten at the near post there. That it kind of reminds me of Nana last year, like when he used to sit there. I'm like, oh mate, how hard is it to just sit there and yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. Self-sabotage, Gary. I think that might be you, mate, with your Petrovic in goal this week. I'm sure that's going very well for you. He's on track for a solid 1-pointer at the moment. Also, Gary's coming here, folks, and he's crowing, right? Because he's got Haaland captain to come because the FPL review boy, the sheep boy, has followed the sheep. And I mean, what he doesn't know is that Erling Haaland is going to get himself sent off and he's going to get -4 points. And then everyone in the chat, including me, is going to be laughing at Gary Beer, as Nightmare would say. I mean, that would be the biggest joke ever. Burn 1 to DC locked. Okay. Come on, Burn. Big damn Burn. I mean, Big damn Burn with a 17-pointer would be biblical, and then stuff the Haaland captaincies. We'd be like going, yeah, fair enough. You can have your Haaland captain. You can play the game like a boring little sheep, and we'll have the damn Burn. Damn Burn, 10 DC locked. That's what we'd love to hear, folks. We'll have a shot for that, I reckon. Just because of the fact it's points. It's as good as a return at this point. At halftime, I'm going to try and see what's going on here as well. I might have to completely reboot and figure out, because this is annoying me, because I literally can't watch a football at the moment, and that's like on my actual computer, and that is frustrating me. Either that or I'm going to try and switch it over to my mobile and just hope that it goes well, but I don't feel like that's going to go that well. But we'll see. I might be able to switch it over without losing the stream with some luck. I'm intrigued. Let me try it now and see if it works. Like, it's unusual for Musk to go this slow and just not kick me off streaming completely. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But I'm going to try it. No assist for Anana goal. No way. If Dan Burn gets a 17-pointer, I'm drinking the bottle. I don't know how it'll work tomorrow, but I'll be doing it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is just bizarre. Like, it's annoying because, like, it's downloading everything else. It just does not want to load these streams up on my computer. So I'm literally watching off a phone instead of on my big screen, which is, I can tell you, that in itself is exceptionally frustrating. Maybe at halftime will just sort itself out. But we'll see, I suppose. So we're into injury time now of the first half. Newcastle have won a corner. This is the time when Dan Burn gets up and replicates his UCL heroics and gets his big fat head on it and scores and sends a D-Unit into Delirium. That's the word I was looking for. Delirium. Can he do it? There he is. The camera's cut to him. You know when the camera cuts to someone and they're just inevitable before they score a goal? Dan Burns, like, just give it to me, baby. Give it to me. Stuff Baltimore, get him out of the way. Big Dan Burns got the header. We want the 17-pointer. That is a rubbish corner. Absolute rubbish corner. There was no threat there whatsoever. That was just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. What popular FPL YouTuber do you enjoy, hate watching the most? I don't actually hate watch anyone. I just wish that they did it with a little bit more enthusiasm, like some of them. Because I feel like the conversations in that they actually legitimately have are normally fairly good. But I feel like that I wish that they were a bit different. Like, I enjoy watching different content. It makes it a bit more exciting. If you hear the same thing, like literally from the same person, for the same person, the same person, I mean, it gets boring pretty quick. Also, you've got to have a bit of pizzazz. Like, some people almost sound like they're AI robots, like an AI robot invented to just deliver just stuff that FPL reviews put out to the masses. And that I feel like you've got to do it with a bit of passion. Like, yes, I understand that for some of them it's actually their job and they probably just treat it as a job and they don't have the same enthusiasm I do, whereas I'm like, well, I just want to have fun with it. But, yeah, that's all I'd say on that, really. All right, we are definitely closing in on halftime here at the moment. It's 1-0 to Newcastle versus Brentford, 2-0 to Villa versus Bournemouth. It's now officially halftime in the Crystal Palace versus Brighton game, which is officially 0-0. And it's Nottingham Forest Leeds 1-1 there at the moment as we head in towards halftime. FPL Focal sounds like AI. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's really like they all have, like, this is why I legitimately don't have a set intro. Like last season, I had a set intro, right? I'd say the same kind of stuff and then just go into it. This year, I went to an AI conference not that long ago, and it's actually possible to put an AI version of yourself on a screen and send it out to people. Like, legit, some universities have done it. Like, instead of sending a lecture out and whatever, they literally pre-record and they've got like a chat bot that looks like me. For example, I could look like a chat bot and you could ask it questions and they'll give you answers, like literally talking to you answers. That's how powerful AI has become. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm not AI based at all. I literally watch almost every game of football and I base everything I say off what I'm watching. And then I look at the stats and I'm like, oh, if the stats and what I'm seeing matches up, then I'll promote the player. If not, then they don't get a look in. That's pretty much how I work. Whereas I can guarantee you the cartel do not watch every game of football. They watch FPL review and that's why they literally say the same picks every single week. They've just got their own different take on it and that's how they do it. Ironically, I actually thought it was really funny, right? So I watched happy birthday to FPL Pickle. If you're watching this or someone sends this to you, happy birthday. But earlier on, her and Ross did a stream, right? And people in the WhatsApp group know my thoughts on DC points. I don't enjoy crap that is not exciting to watch. Like, Dan Burn got 10 DC points. Whoop-de-doo. Good, I've got 2 extra points. But to be honest, I would rather this point scoring from last season and just remove the DC. Like, for me, it's added nothing to the game at all. I think football is meant to be about scoring goals, having fun, assist goals, celebrate that. We should not be bloody celebrating someone clearing the ball or whatever. I mean, like, I feel like forwards this season have been completely and utterly shafted. They've been completely shafted because they're not value. They're overpriced. They can't get any points because they don't get any DC points. And they get less points for scoring a goal than everyone else. And yet they increase the points for every other player in the game except the forwards. And yet they nerfed the bonus point system for forwards as well. I mean, they literally just sat there and took an axe or a machete to the forwards and just cut them down. Like, the only one that's actually any good is Haaland because he just continues to return. But, I mean, yeah, I thought it was really funny. Ross loved the DC points. and so did the cartel that were in the chat. But Pickle was like going, I don't really rate him. And I was like going, that's my opinion. I feel like people that love review and love using those kind of websites love the DC because it's all stat-based. It's got nothing to do with actual football. And the way that they count it in FPL is absolutely garbage because it never matches up with what actually happens. But I'd rather, now I'm like going, well, if you're going to sit there and add defensive contributions, why don't you just add shots on target for forwards? Because like, what have they actually got that makes you want to play more than one of them? Because they've got no avenues to points except scoring a goal. Because the bonus points been nerfed unless they score pretty much. It's an interesting topic. And I feel like FPL Towers did not quite understand what they were doing when they added it. And yes, I think a lot of people probably do love it because you get more points. But in reality, like, look at the people that people are picking now. Like, lots of people are picking like Caicedo and players that no one would ever have picked before. Yes, the game's changing. I understand, like, games change. That's what happens. Like, but one of my favorite games, Dota, literally puts out a patch every other week to change the meta, to nerf heroes and then boost other ones to make people play different stuff. I feel like I understand the allure of why they did it. I just think it's crap. I don't rate defense at all. I'm a very attacking person, so I'd rather attack all day long. It is all conspiracy. Love it. Yeah, exactly what LVB said. DC has messed up FPL. Doesn't even see that. I know. That's my problem with it. I don't have a problem with it, but when I'm watching it, I don't think it matches up with what it's actually being recorded. Like, I watched the Arsenal-Sunderland game last night, right? And how did Sucker get 12 DC? Like, and no one else did. I feel like someone's just got him in their team and they had him captain and was like, let's just add a couple of numbers on and get him to 12. Yeah. If they're going to add DC, make the forwards goals worth more than anyone else. Then the forwards will become like pickable again. Like, because let's be honest, most forwards, unlike Haaland, are not going to score every single week. So when you factor that in, do you really want an extra forward? Like, Haaland is a freak. He literally scores almost every single week. It's exceptionally rare that he blanks. But like for the other ones, like Mateta, great example, right? Mateta at the moment, he's scored 6 goals in 10 games. But he's only actually returned, I don't want to sit there and make this up, so I'm going to quickly have a look. He's only actually returned in 4 games. 4 out of 10 games he's actually returned. Like, that's not good numbers. It doesn't matter which way you shape it or whatever. Defenders, for example, right? Anderson, and everyone knows my thoughts on Anderson. I think he's an absolutely crap pick and he plays for a crap defense. And all the DC additions have done is rewarded crap defenders. They've rewarded crap defenders. That's essentially what they've rewarded. Like, how has Anderson got so many points this season when he literally plays for Fulham, and Fulham are one of the worst teams in the league with I know a lot of content creators will disagree with me. They have one of the worst defenses in the league. They do not keep clean sheets. They relied on the 10 men and DCL unit for their 2 clean sheets this season. How Anderson keeps on whacking up 3 points every single week, which is more than a forward, is criminal. Absolutely criminal how that's happening. Like, that cannot be allowed to happen. Debuff DC by half. Semenyo transfer out? I mean, it could be. But I think you're holding for West Ham next week. It'd be silly to get rid of him. DC and DCL, both crap. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it per se in terms of like whatever. I just feel like when they added it, they've just butchered it. Like, in terms of, they made forwards impossible to get it right, even though technically they can if they get 12. No forward is ever going to get 12 unless they've been played out of position in a position where they're going to get it. It's just not going to happen. It's legit not going to happen. And it just feels annoying. It feels really annoying that they've cooked it, to be honest. I I feel like if they got the numbers right and they'd trialed it, if they'd trialed it in like, for example, I feel like they did potentially trial it in challenge, they would know that they needed to have the numbers a bit more accurate than that. Like 10 for defenders is ridiculous. Like the amount of defenders that are picking up every single week, it's too low of a number. That's the problem with it more than anything else. I think if they fix that, then it's not too bad. It's not too bad. All right, I've just got to quickly update these scores here for the second half. But yeah, I don't mind more points. Don't get me wrong. I just think that if you're going to get rid of the AM chip, which actually was an exciting chip, and then replace it with something that really is inherently boring. No one goes to a game of football to watch a clean sheet. They go to watch goals. They go to watch assists. They go to watch the ballers sit there and do tricks and whatever. And now we're just adding points for for the most boring aspect of football. Like if every game finished 0-0 and it was just defensive contributions, no one would watch. No one would watch the football. And that's my main issue with it. Like that is the problem with the DC. Like we're rewarding, I don't know. We're rewarding stuff that people actually wouldn't pay. I would not pay money to go and watch Manchester United keep a clean sheet. I would go and pay money to watch Manchester United go there and batter a team 5 goals and concede 4 in the process. I'd rather a 5-4 than a 0-0. And yes, I understand that lots of people probably think slightly differently to me, but my thoughts on it is that it's anti-football. DC is what I would call anti-football. We're all about the goals. I'm all about the assists, stuff the defense. Let the leaky goals come in all day long. That is my rant on DC. There you go. You've heard it straight off. That's my thoughts on it. That was what I was feeling last night in the WhatsApp chat. Like, it was just winding me up. It's just crap. Just take it out of the game. There was nothing wrong with the game last year. Why put nonsense in? Senesi on track for 62 points from DC. That's 10 goals. Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly what Cameron just said. Senesi's on track for 62 points from DC. That's 10 goals for a defender. Make it 1 point or get rid of it. There is no way that a defender should be getting 10 extra goals a season from that. It's just, that is ridiculous. Most forwards don't even score 10 Premier League goals. Like, that tells you everything you need to know about it. Look, I've been baited back into this argument. Riches, Lacquire, etc. Yeah, more expensive. I think we created a 24-hour video complaining. I know, I literally could do a stream for 24 hours complaining about it. Good to see you in the chat, Amazing Johnny. Why not take mids and forward the same and then just pick 8 attackers and... Yeah, exactly. Defenders are getting DC by the end of the first half. I know, that's just... I mean, I'm not excited about Dan... I'm excited because Dan Burn obviously got me an extra 2 points, but I'm not excited by the fact that he got it through that. I'd rather he get 3 points and get me an assist all day long. All day long. Yeah, forwards should get clean sheets for points too, I agree. A lot of the forwards actually put in the work to create the clean sheet. I don't know why that's quite often overlooked. 5-4 is real football. Agreed, we don't watch football for the clean sheets. Must have enjoyed... Oh, mate, I did not enjoy the 2-2 game last night. That's what put me in a bad mood yesterday. I'm not even going to lie. Man United, that performance... I'm glad I wasn't live streaming yesterday because I was livid. You don't see me angry often, but I was angry at the end of that game. How we sat there and performed like that with no game midweek and dished up what can only be called a pathetic and inept performance. It's just not good enough. It literally is not good enough. As a Man United fan, I'm sick of seeing Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. Like, the amount of... Like, that dude... Like, Tottenham do not have an attack. They literally... I know they had Tell and they had the Pigeon and they both scored, but they had no kudos. They literally had nothing, and we just allowed them to do what they wanted. It was mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling how we were so poor yesterday. Spurs can consider themselves almost unlucky they didn't win the game because Man United did not show up in that game. like at all. I know we scored in the first half and we're ahead for 50 odd minutes, and they kind of played to accommodate Tottenham and whatever, but it wasn't a good performance. There was no way that was a good performance. Yeah, exactly. They looked exceptionally lazy. Like, I can't be asked. Like, De Ligt comes out at the end of the game and says we were tired. How are you tired? Spurs played midweek. They played an extra 90 minutes, and you're complaining that you're tired. Like, cry me a river, mate. You play 90 minutes a week. Like, you should not be tired. If you're tired on £200,000 a week, playing 90 minutes a week, yeah, the game's gone. The game's passed you by. Like, you might as well just pack it in. You might as well pack it in. Honestly, Cunha looks so bad. He keeps trying to take... I don't know what he was doing yesterday. Arsenal got figured out. Elite defence, yes, but it will happen again. Xavi Simons looking up and seeing nobody to pass it. Oh, no. Legit. It was the most bizarre game of football I've ever watched. The problem is, Man United knew in the summer they needed a midfielder. They knew they needed a midfielder. They didn't buy one, and we're watching Bruno Fernandes playing there every single week when it's clearly not his position. We've then got Casemiro, who's 33 years old, and he can give 60 minutes, and that's it. Amarin literally has got better results by completely bypassing the midfield. That's why Man United have actually been picking up points, is because we're just ignoring the midfield completely. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. And it's just not good enough. It's literally not good enough. They should be doing better. They should have bought a midfielder in the summer. That's on the club. That's on Ineos. That's on the Glazers, whatever you want to call it. Like, they literally sat there and fought the Bruno and Casemiro and Ugarte, who literally... That is the biggest travesty from last summer. We sold Scott McTominay, who's he was high up in the Ballon d'Or voting, and we bought in Ugarte, who can't even get anywhere near the starting lineup. It's just the recruitment is just baffling. It's absolutely baffling. Hopefully we do get better at getting 1-0 up. Yeah, and then we did have a poor bench. So I actually thought Sesko starting on the bench would he actually looked okay, except he couldn't finish a biscuit when he came on, and that he should have. Frustrating, very frustrating. Yeah, I know exactly. I don't know how they perform like that after a week's worth of just I know it is. That's the scary thing. Casemiro is 33. Ugarte, I think, is 24, turning 25. The difference in quality, it's like sitting there and looking, it's like trading in your Ferrari for a Mitsubishi. That's what it is. It's like trading a Ferrari for a Mitsubishi. That's essentially what's going on. It's absolutely crap. The drop-off. It's just mad. Cunha's trying too hard, but the reality is that trying to fit three players who want to do the same thing. Yeah, I know, exactly. The longer the season goes and no mids, the more teams will, yep. I mean, we just bypassing the midfield at the moment. Who to get, Cunha or Ahmad? I think at the moment, it depends. So thank you very much, Ferris Ali, by the way, for your super chat. I think it comes down to whether you've got a lot of transfers. If you've got a lot of transfers, I would be more tempted by an Ahmad transfer than a Cunha one. But obviously, you've only got Ahmad now for the next 5 weeks. So you're going to have him for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then you're going to have to waste another transfer to get him out. That's my problem with Ndai. That's my problem. If you don't already own Mbumo, that would be my problem with Mbumo. You are literally booking yourself in for 2 transfers. You have to transfer him in and then transfer him out. Yes, they give you 5 free ones, and maybe that's going to put a few people off buying them. But yeah, it's a tough one. It really is a tough one. Really is a tough one. Casemiro at Ugarte's age was winning Champions League. Exactly. It's night and day. Literally night and day. How did we pay any money for Ugarte? Oh, mate. Did we pay like 60 million for him? What was it, 55 million pounds for Ugarte? I mean, like, they sit there and say that they did scouting right. And I look back at last summer and we bought De Ligt, who I think's actually been pretty good. I think Mazraoui's been pretty good as well. But then we bought Xerxes, who, let's be honest, let's be real, he is crap. He's like a sideshow Bob. He's like a David Luiz, but Mac 3 version that should just have been left in the bin. Sorry, anyone that likes Xerxes. He's just not good enough for Manchester United, and we should never have bought him. And then I look at Ugarte, I'm like going, yeah, you got part of the transfers correct. Like, I don't mind the Mazraoui and Delit signings and the Euro. I think Euro will be great as well. But the other two, what a waste of money. Like, they almost wasted 90 million on those two players. Like, when you let that sink in, 90 million on those two players. Oh, we could have spent it on someone else. It's very painful. It's very painful. It's painful being a United fan. It's just, yeah. It's not much fun. It's not much fun. It was not much fun last night. Right, we're off to the second half. The second halves have just kicked off, and we're back watching the football. So, yeah, look, that's your entertainment for halftime. I mean, yeah, you got me. United is just so frustrating. Like, last night, I was just so livid. That performance just it takes a lot to piss me off, but that just pissed me off. It really pissed me off. I was easily triggered last night because Man United rolled up, and like, it didn't even matter that Mbeumo and Bruno both got FPL points for me. I was just pissed off with the performance. Like, it's not what you expect as a United fan. You expect to go to a Spurs team that's missing probably their best player this season in Mohamed Kudus, and to put that kind of crap performance up after having a week to prepare, frankly, is just disappointing. It's just the best way of describing it. It's just not good enough. Or Pope with a nice save there. Brentford pushing very early in the second half here. And Pope saves it with his right foot to keep it 1-0 to Newcastle. Can we get someone with Casemiro on the body? I mean, that would be the ideal scenario. Ahmad go to play left 10 again? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I personally think if Amrin still believes after this international break that Bruno and Casemiro is the best midfield combo, then the man is delusional and probably needs to be checked into a psych ward. But Bruno is not a midfielder, and the quicker he wakes up to this, the quicker Man United can get Maino into the team or anyone else that's going to have better discipline. And yet, realistically, you want Bruno closer to goal. The dude is so much better when he's closer to goal. We've seen his assists. We've seen his goals. They come a lot more frequently when he is closer to goal. When he's not close to goal, what happens? You're struggling to get DC points. You're struggling to get the odd assist. You're relying on penalties. I mean, Amrin could help us all out as FPL owners of Bruno, if you've got him like me, and just put him back in the 10 position. That's where he belongs. That's where he does his best work. That's when Man United actually look their best as well. Andre Arnautovic. Oh, don't get me started on the clown. The chat are baiting me. The chat are baiting me tonight. I'm so annoyed with Man United. I'm like, it just ruined my... This is why I don't like Man United playing in the early kickoff, because it just affects my entire weekend. It shouldn't, but it does. Frustrating. Frustrating. Absolutely frustrating. Dan Burn, you useless sod. He gets the DC points, and then that is the stupidest yellow card to give away. You absolute clown. What's he doing there? Just let him go, man. Let him go. Dan Burn's been booked. He's on 2 points now instead of 3. What a bastard. What a flog. Absolute flog. Story of my team. Bunch of flogs not doing anything. Damn Burn. Disgraceful. I know. Well, yeah, we need to bring Carrick out of retirement 100%. Now Amrin is a bit more secure. He might push to sell main. Yeah, you would. Yeah, maybe. I actually think that... I think he's making a big mistake with... He's making a big mistake. He's making a big mistake with Maino. I think Maino's class. Like, we've seen him play for England. We know he's got the quality. I don't know why Amrin doesn't appreciate him as much as everyone else. Yeah, I don't get that one. I really don't get that one. I didn't even bother checking the DC points or anyone else. I know, it was just a silly yellow card. Like, this is the problem with Dan Burn at left back. I'm actually almost hoping that it gets to 60 minutes and they sub Dan Burn off. Like, that would be the ideal scenario. Before Brentford score, then I bank at least one clean sheet. That would be the dream scenario. Crazy. That's so weird. The internet's still playing up because I still can't load the Goal Rush stream, which makes no sense to me. Couldn't you have to step up when that happens? Yeah, exactly. Should I get Van der Ven out for Richards using one transfer or Van der Ven out for Munoz using two? I feel like Munoz is the one I would want. Yeah, I feel like Munoz is the one I would want. How's Lacroix still on 2 DC? I know. That's what I'm saying. I watched Lacroix before, and I swear Lacroix had more than 2 DC. Like, I watched that game, and I swear he got his head to, like, 3 different things. I don't understand it. I don't know what they're counting. I feel like it's just... I feel like they make it up as they go along. And people go on about Liverpool spending money. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Man United wasted so much money. It's just criminal. Depends who you're selling to get money for Munoz. Yeah, it does. Definitely does. I actually can't believe that this Goal Rush stream is not loading. I tell you what, folks, what I'm going to do at the end of the watch along for the 2 p.m. games, I'm going to reload the stream because it will make more sense after this, and I'll come back with a different one for the Man City Liverpool game because I can't go on like this. I can't go on like this. I should have done it at half time. I got too excited talking about stuff that annoyed me yesterday that I just forgot to sort it out. But we're good. I've still got the football on it. Unfortunately, I can only watch one game because that's, what we're using. Because both Bruno and Maino don't fit the... Yeah, I just think I'd be playing... I think that you just put Bruno forward. I mean, like, he's already shown a tendency to play Cunha up top instead of Šeško. You could easily do a lineup with Cunha and Bruno, and then Mainu and Casemiro behind him. I just feel like that would work so much better than what we're watching every single week. Like, Mainu can actually play in midfield, which would be beneficial. Instead, we're shoehorning Bruno in there. For what purpose, I don't actually know. Other than the fact that it's just no good. It could be time to get Semenyo out pretty soon, I reckon. I'm actually factored in selling Semenyo for Foden in... I can't believe I'm bringing back Phil Foden. I'm not going to captain him, though. I'm bringing him back. The idea is, after Man City play Newcastle next week, which will be game week 12, game week 13, obviously Semenyo's played West Ham. He's at a price point where I can actually legit almost move him straight to Phil Foden with one transfer. Like, I don't even need the money. Like, he literally is going to be about the same price for me because I bought Semenyo quite late on. So I think I can sell Semenyo for 8.9. So that feels pretty good. And I feel like that's probably what I'm going to do. Should I watch City? I don't have Haaland captain. Neither do I, but I'm going to watch it. I'm just a sucker for punishment. Yeah, I think that the Semenyo, you give the West Ham game, right? And then if nothing happens there's no reason to probably persist with him any longer. I think you probably just move him on. False nine is not too... Yeah, exactly. I just get Bruno out of the midfield and I'll be much happier. What happens when Bruno and Casemiro leave next summer? Maino and Anderson Believer? Yeah, I think that that's what Amrin's doing. He's literally just playing this season as is. Next summer, I think there'll be no Casemiro. They'll actually be signing some midfielders and we might actually see the next version of Amrin's team, but they really should have signed him in a midfielder in the summer. But yeah. I would watch it. Liverpool going to give a footballing lesson. I hope so. I hope they do. We need Believer in January. He's controlling the game against Palace. Yeah, I mean, like, he was poor against United a couple of weeks back when Brighton travelled to Old Trafford, but he's improved the last couple of weeks. I feel like he wanted that move and it didn't happen. It really affected him. But I don't know what that means about his mentality. I feel like Man United might be almost put off by the fact that he's... I don't know if someone that drops their head that much over not getting a transfer is going to do much for the powers that be thinking he's a good move anymore. Like, when you look at Gahey, right? Like, Gahey... Like, he's got his head down for Palace. He's having an all-timer season. I think that's probably what he should have done, and I feel like Belieber's missed a trick there. Mainu's gone. Yeah, could be. Selling Semenyo for Sarr and upgrading Van de Munoz and having Triple Palace. I already have Mateta. I know. The Wolves game screams points. Like, I know that Palace and Brighton is 0-0 currently, but surely there's some points in there. FPL one-legged race. Love it. I think you've got to keep Semenyo for the next 3, potentially. My safety score is 27. What a go. I know. That's ridiculous, that is. That's ridiculous. Phil Foden is like a toxic ex. No matter how good he looks, I can't trust him again. The difference between a grey and red arrow is on the cyborg. Who's behind the sofa with me? I'm here front and centre. Gakpo benched. I mean, Wirtz, I feel like the Real Madrid game said everything you need to know about Gakpo. Obviously, Slot has seen something at training. He's not doing something because if he was in the starting 11 and the first choice, he would have started against Real Madrid. Like, oh, wow. Brentford have scored. It's 1-0. What is Pope doing? This is a debacle. That is a criminal. It's a Newcastle, a clean sheet, complete wiped out. How annoying. 55 minutes. What's he doing? What Pope's definitely an error for this goal. Kevin Shard, I think, has got the goal for Brentford. It's a long throw from Coyote. Oh, that's poor defending. It's Nathan Collins. No, it's a Dan Burn. No, I don't know who flicked that on. I think it's going to be a Coyote assist because it's a Newcastle header that got in there. So if you've got Coyote, he's got the assist, I reckon, based on the rules. And Kevin Shard has just put it away. That's ridiculous. What a stupid goal to concede. Pope has come for that and got absolutely nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. Completely nowhere near it. I mean, that's poor goalkeeping, folks. That's very poor goalkeeping. There's no other way to describe it. It's just crap goalkeeping. Yeah, exactly. He normally doesn't do too much rotation. For sure. All right, now Mateta is losing out to Munoz, and I think Tom's won. If Mateta does not score now and Brighton don't score, I'm cooked. Because that clean sheet was what I was relying on. Bournemouth obviously already conceded 2. Unless Haaland obviously gets himself sent off, then that could be interesting. But at the moment, that Brighton, we need some goals in that Brighton Crystal Palace game. I need a Mateta goal. All right, Brentford are pushing here. Newcastle's defence the second half completely gone AWOL again, folks. All right, there we go. There's the updated score. Brentford 1, Newcastle 1. That's the only goal of the second half so far. It's still 1-1 Nottingham Forest versus Leeds, 2-0 Villa versus Bournemouth, and it's still 0-0 in the Crystal Palace versus Brighton game. Now we really need a Dan Burn header. To save my game week, I need a 4-4 in late game with hat-tricks of Haaland and TK. Please don't... But, it's not Thiago. Definitely not Thiago. Yeah, Shard's actually a very underrated pick. I think he's a very good pick. I just don't think many people go there because he's got a weird and awkward price point. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Yeah, it was just poor defending in general for Newcastle there. All right, Villa versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth on the counter here. Ooh. That was close. That was very close. Forces a good save from Martinez. Penalty to Brighton. Oh, yes. That's what we want to hear. I mean, I hope Brighton score because it's going to completely blank the Crystal Palace clean sheets, but I'm here for it. I hope someone just is not writing down the chat because at the moment they're showing the Aston Villa Bournemouth game, so I can't actually see what's showing up there, but normally it shows up a penalty. This could completely bank the Palace defense if it is actually a penalty. I've still got no notification on my screen that there has been a penalty awarded. So I feel like potentially it could be a bait from the chat. Is it a bait? That's the question. I've not seen penalty show up on my screen yet. I'm still waiting. Dean Henderson's a good save record. I mean, there's still nothing on my screen saying it's a penalty. I reckon, VAR review. I was going to say, something's going on here. Has it been sent to the monitor? Has it been sent to the monitor? All right, VAR check. Here we go. It'll be changed. Oh, dear. Well, that's annoying. I was ready for a Danny Welbeck goal. What happened? I need to see that. I need to see what happened. Under VAR review, it's all over. Whenever it goes to VAR review, you know that VAR are going to be like, nah, sorry, folks, that's not a penalty. We don't enjoy goals in football. How's Verts our worst player? You don't even... yeah. I mean... All right, there's an incident in the box here, and it's a yellow card for... It's a yellow card for diving for Brentford. Brentford have gone down in the box, and it's a yellow card for Dango Otara diving to try and win a penalty against Dan Burn. I mean, let me have a look. Is this a penalty? Oh, that's a penalty. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. If Brentford have got to get a penalty, surely. Dan Burn has definitely fouled Brentford. The referee, I don't know what's happening in the Crystal Palace Brighton game. I can't talk to that because I can't see it. But I'm telling you, Dan Burn has literally just fouled Dango Otara completely. That is definitely a penalty for Brighton. Oh, sorry, not Brighton, Brentford. I'm losing the plot here. That has to be a penalty for Brentford. I mean, let me look it back. It looks like a penalty to me. I mean, Dan Burn pulls his foot back. I feel like Dango Otara does kind of like look for the leg. Oh, wow. VAR have decided that Newcastle have not conceded a penalty. I can't believe that. This is the problem with VAR. This is the problem with VAR. That was a penalty. Dan Burn even put his hands up. He knew he'd fouled him. Like, you could tell the reaction from a player, right? Like, when you see Dan Burn, he literally put his hands up. He puts his head up in resignation that he's, like, going to concede a penalty. And yet, somehow, it's not a penalty. I mean, Brentford could consider themselves exceptionally unlucky. Any Thiago owners, exceptionally unlucky. Because that, for me, is not a yellow card to Dango, and it's definitely a penalty against Newcastle, but that's criminal. Yeah. Yeah, mad. No pens all around. I mean, no pens around. I mean, I don't think that's it. That's definitely not a dive from... that's definitely not a dive from... Now the referee's booking someone for dissent. I don't know what's going on. He's booking someone else on the Brentford bench for arguing. It's all happening. It's all happening. I don't know what Jorginho's done. I have not seen that yet, but apparently he's dived. Yeah, I think that's why the potential they've let it go. But I mean, Dan Burn almost had a sign of resignation, like he knew he'd touched him, and yet, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It's so annoying. It's so annoying that penalty was not given, because it could have blanked the complete Munoz clean sheet. And I really need a blank at the moment. Ref goes wild edition. I bought him a tenner for the pigeon disaster. All right, let's have a look at this non-penalty. Oh, yeah, that's a dive. That looks like a dive. That one actually looked like a dive. The one, as I said, like I feel like the Brentford one looked like a penalty. That I watched that one there, and Reuter is 100% diving. Like, he literally, that is one of the worst dives I think I've ever seen. How has the ref given that as a penalty? I don't actually know how he's given that a penalty. Like, that is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. Thiago, nice ball into the box, cut back. Oh, Brentford pushing here for us. Oh, Pope with a great save to deny Thiago on the edge of the box, which would have been an unbelievable goal. I mean, he hit that so well. First time he's just hit that perfectly. Oh, he plucked that one out of the sky, folks. He plucked it out of the sky just inside the box. He's hit it perfectly on the volley first time. The only disappointing thing for Thiago owners is it went straight at Pope. Like, Pope had to save it because it literally went straight at him. If it had gone left or right, it was a goal. It would have been one of the worldies. It would have been a fantastic goal. Pope with a good claim. Nice. Sure, he's going to be close to a save point here as well. All right, Man City versus Liverpool. We'll have the lineups for that very shortly. FYI, I need a very, very quick toilet break, so chat, talk amongst yourselves. Hopefully there's no goals while I'm away. All right. Okay, what's going on here? Go there. All right, so apparently the team news coming in from Manchester City. Oh, good hit there on the edge of the box there for Newcastle from Barnes. The team news coming in from Manchester City versus Liverpool. Man City are unchanged. So if you own Reinders, no good. Also, there's a penalty in the Aston Villa Bournemouth game. It's just flashed up on my screen. I don't know who that's to, but apparently there's a penalty in that game. I own Semenyo, but don't mind him not scoring because he's owned by everybody. Quick poll, is the big dog gone for a number one or number two? Like and subscribe. Number one. I'll tell you what, though, I've been holding that in for about 30 minutes. I couldn't hold it in any further. So, yeah, I had to go. Is Kluivert on the field? If Kluivert's on the field, is he taking the penalty? Who won the penalty and who's taken it? That is the key question that we all want answered. Cobbler, yeah. Yep, I'll take that on board. All right, why have they not gone to that game yet? Just kidding. Semenyo taking it. All right, well, maybe the Semenyo outers are going to be like, come on, Pope. Get it. Oh, Pope. Oh, that did not look good. Pope's gone up in the air and landed on what looks like his collarbone. Oh, there's a goal in the Nottingham Forest Leeds games. There's no way Semenyo's missed it. That's the actual. He also won it. Oh, no. Oh, it's a disaster. Semenyo, I mean, that's gonna feel the transfers out, folks. There is a goal in the Nottingham Forest game. Morgan Gibbs White. Oh, mate, I told you the 1 week punts this week. Well, half of them are coming. Reece James didn't show up, so that was disappointing. He got 1 point. Bowen didn't get the memo. He got 2. But Pedro Neto scored and got a decent score on the 1 week punts. And I went Morgan Gibbs White, and Morgan Gibbs White apparently has just scored. Apparently he's just scored. Martinez on track for a massive score. Also featured in the differentials this week as the best goalkeeper to buy. And here he is with a penalty save and at the moment a clean sheet. He's on track for an absolutely huge monster haul. I mean, no one's got him, but if you do, fantastic stuff. Morgan Rogers gave away the penalty? Oh, yeah, he did too with the hand. I mean, it doesn't matter because unlucky. But yeah, we've had another goal. Nottingham Forest with the... I can't believe Martinez. What a save. I mean, it's a pretty poor penalty from Semenyo, though, to be fair. He's just literally... that's the goalkeeper's... that's where the goalkeepers save it, mate. That's a poor penalty. I mean, where was it when he took the first one, like a couple of weeks back? That was a way better penalty. All right, let's quickly change the score. Can't believe Morgan Gibbs-White scored a goal. That's hilarious. All right, here we go. It's Murillo. Murillo to someone. Oh, Morgan Gibbs-White. That's a good goal. That's a good goal. That's a good goal for Forest. That's a very good goal for Forest. It's number 21 with the assist. No idea who number 21 is for Forest. But whoever that is, he's got the assist. Maybe someone can let me know in the chat who that is. FYI, looks like Senesi and Byrne are literally going up on the same amount of points. That's hilarious. Just because Byrne got his ass booked. Useless fool. He needs a goal. Get your head on it, Byrne. Get up there and put your head on it, mate. Can't be that bloody hard. Oh, there we go. Download that. Yeah, at the end of this game, we are going to come back. I'm going to have to restart. I'm going to have to sit there and figure out what the hell's going on, why my stream's not working. Douglas Luiz, I'm the one Martinez owner in FPL. Yes, Mark Raving Mad. That's what we'd love to hear. How Palace not scored? No idea. Semenyo, I mean, that is going to fuel Semenyo out movement. Like 100%. People will sit there. He must be on almost negative points now. He must be on -1, I'm guessing, because he's not on DC or anything. Like, that is not what the doctor ordered. Not what the doctor ordered at all. Oh, I whack that one in there. Move that. All right, there we go. We've got the updated score there for Forest versus Leeds. Will there be a goal in the Crystal Palace Brighton game? I feel like if there's a goal now, it's surely going to end the game like that. That's going to be the result. It's going to be what, 1-0. I can't believe that game is 0-0. Like, I watched the first 30 minutes and I don't know how that game is 0-0. Oh, Dan Burn. Dan Burn's going to get sent off, I think. He's just given away a penalty. Dango Tara's just won a penalty from Dan Burn. And is the ref going to send him off? That is the key question, because I reckon that's a yellow. And he's already on a yellow. Is he going to be nice to Dan Burn and not send him off? That is the key question. Otherwise, he's off. Dan Burn's about to get booked and sent off. Unbelievable. That's it. He's out of the team, folks. That's me. Tom's beaten me. Dan Burn has been sent off for Newcastle for a second yellow, and it's going to be a penalty. Unbelievable. I mean, it couldn't happen, right? Dan Burn gets the DC, gets yellow card, concedes a goal, and then gives away the penalty. I mean, what is he doing? What a stupid challenge. Does he touch him? Does he actually touch him? I think that's an exceptionally harsh yellow card. I mean, he barely touched him. He barely touched him. I don't even know if he actually touched him, you know. I mean, VA is obviously being checked because he's still hanging around. Like, if that is a foul, I feel like the referee's got both of these wrong. The first one was definitely a penalty. That one is not a penalty, I reckon. Wow, VAR is satisfied that's a penalty. I don't think that's a yellow card, you know. I feel like Dan Burn is exceptionally unlucky to be sent off for that. That is criminal. That's criminal. Now they're checking the build-up. We're still waiting here. There's still, I don't know. I mean, there's a long wait here. There's a very, very long wait here. And Ramsdale's about to come on for Newcastle as well. This is an absolute disaster. My double Newcastle defence. I mean, what's going on? Like, Ramsdale's getting prepped. Is Ramsdale actually going to come on and take the penalty? What do you mean? I mean, I don't know what's going on. What? Ramsdale's getting prepared on the bench. Referee's like going, you've got to go off. Pope's got to go off, so he's going to get an extra point in case Thiago scores. But he won't be able to get the penalty save. This is the most bizarre sequence of events I've ever seen. I mean, this sums up my FPL season, to be fair. Like, Dan Burn getting himself sent off. And then Pope getting injured. It doesn't even get the chance to save the penalty. I mean, like, you can't make this crap up. I mean, it's actually quite funny. Like, I mean, it's kind of good in a way because this has made my decision so much easier. Dan Burn, thank you for your service. You've been crap. Nick Pope, thank you for your service. You've also been crap. I've got 2 free transfers. I can tell you who's coming to the team next week. I don't even have to make a video about it. Daniel Munoz is coming in for Dan Burn, and Nick Pope is going to be leaving for Alisson Becker. That's what's going to be happening, folks. You don't have to do any other research. The 2 easiest moves I'll ever make. Like, why is Nick Pope going off for the penalty? It's just hilarious. Congratulations, Tom, you've won. You're asleep, but congratulations. I said it on stream. You beat me in the head-to-head. I'm in disbelief. Legit in disbelief. He's an easy sell, to be honest. Newcastle don't even have good fixtures for like clean sheet potential the next 4 or 5 weeks. So I think he literally is actually a very easy sell. It's actually a very easy sell. I should have done it last week. Virgil van Dijk, if he keeps a clean sheet later, I'll be pissed because I should have done it like a week ago. If Ramsdale saves this penalty, I'm going to be livid. I hope Thiago scores. Just punish this stupid Newcastle team. Anyhow, he can just get in the bin, mate. How hard is it to roll up to teams you should be beaten and keeping a clean sheet? Stop focusing on the Champions League because you won't be in the Champions League next season playing like this. This is crap football from Newcastle, and they've been poor the second half. They've been exactly like they were at West Ham last week. Non-existent in the second half. Right, Thiago's about to take. Thiago has scored. It's 2-1 to Brentford. They have turned it around officially, folks. At least Dan Burn. Oh, actually, Dan Burn will actually get an extra minus point for that because they just scored a second goal. That's such a stupid rule. But at least Nick Pope did not concede lose an extra point for that. But yeah, there it is. 2-1 to Brentford. I mean, it's just poor. But Newcastle just. They're crap. They're a crap football club. They don't show up when they actually need to show up. Sorry to Newcastle fans. I think watching Newcastle in the Premier League this season is on a par with watching Man United. It is crap. There's also a goal in the Aston Villa Bournemouth game. With all that being said, there's a goal there as well. And we'll bring that in very quickly. We'll bring that in very shortly. There's a goal in the Aston Villa Bournemouth game. It's still 0-0 in the Crystal Palace versus Brighton game. I mean, how is that 0-0? How is that derby 0-0? I don't understand. But it is. Crazy scenes. Crazy scenes. Eddie Howe doesn't look happy. I mean, in fairness, the first one was definitely a penalty. I feel like that one was the one where Dan Burn actually fouled him. That second one, the ref didn't give it. The ref didn't give the first one. That one I thought should have been overturned and a penalty. The second one I thought wasn't a penalty. He barely touched him and yet he got a yellow card for the second one, gets himself sent off. I mean, some years it's just not your year. You just got to roll with the punches and just hope for better times. Hope that a couple of weeks go pretty well. I know. I don't know. Yeah, he didn't get sent off. Sorry, no. He just got taken off. I don't know why he got taken off. He obviously must have an injury because there's no way you're bringing on Ramsdale for a penalty mid-game if you think that Pope's a better keeper than Ramsdale. That just makes no sense. Maybe this is going to wake Newcastle up. Newcastle are now pushing. They're probably having their best attack of the half, actually. Barnes on the left, plays it in. Brentford clear it away. All right, apparently it's 3-0 to Villa now. Yeah, I think Dan Burn's an easy transfer. I was looking at my team today. I was like, I don't actually have to make a move next week. But I really want Munoz. Because I feel like Wolves, surely Palace just dominate them in that game. That should be a bit of a no-brainer, and he could easily get a goal in that game. And I was like, that's the week I want 3 Palace for. And long term, the fixtures are pretty good for Palace still for the next 5 or 6 weeks. Before I think they'll get stupidly tired with all the extra games. But I'm quite happy to have them for now. So I'm just hoping Mateta just starts doing the business, man. I still don't know how he hasn't scored. I don't know how Hassar and Mateta haven't scored in that game from the bits I've seen. Victim of triple Crystal Palace and double Bournemouth and triple Arsenal, but I had Saka though. I know, it's one of them weird weeks. The week has just sucked in general. Again, the defense just sucked. I mean, Dan Burn is just... That just pisses me off, that does. I mean, what an absolute flog. Gets the DCs in the first half and then just gets the most stupidest yellow cards you'll ever see and gets 0 points. I mean, at least he's on negative. Normally when you get I've got Burn and Semenyo, 0 points, 0 points. That's just ridiculous, that is. Absolutely ridiculous. At least Pope went off for 3. So Pope's beating Petrovic by 1 point. It's not enough. Mateta needs to have a miracle and Brighton need to score, but yeah, we're still waiting to see that the third goal there for Barkley and Villa. So I'm not going to put the goal on the thing until I actually see it. But apparently it is 3-0 there. Yeah, but I mean, he just has to go. It's just not good enough. Same here about Saka and I know I captain Gabriel as well, and I'm going on another week. It comes in. It says the story of my year. I've had 0 luck. The entire season, I have 0 luck. 4-point bent boost. Yeah. Just... You've got to smile and laugh. You've got to smile and laugh. I mean, some years FPL is just like this, and it doesn't matter what you do. You just everything you do is just no good. And then other years, everything comes in. Last year, everything I touched came to gold. This year, it's legitimately opposite. All right, Barkley, I'm watching the goal. Wow. That's all a bit too easy. It's a Luca Dean assist and a Barkley header off a corner. I mean, that is some... That's really poor defending. I've seen so much poor defending this season from... defenders off corners and stuff like that. That's a really poor goal to concede. I mean, Semenyo probably blew all the momentum out of that team, and they're paying the price. It's 3-0 to Aston Villa. I need to update my actual team scores. I've got no points in these games at all. Semenyo, Burn, 0-0, Sarr, 3, Mateta, 2, Pope, 3. I'm on 30 points for the game week, and I've got Haaland to come. I mean, this is going to be an absolute stinker of a game week. If Haaland blanks, what a week. What a week. You couldn't make it up how bad this week has been. I mean, at least I had Chalobah and the United boys. If I didn't have them, it'd be an absolute disaster. There's another goal in the Bournemouth Aston Villa game. Am I reading that correct? I think I am. Apparently it's now 4-0. I mean, Senesi's losing points as quickly as Dan Burn is losing them. What is going on? Oh, I'm waiting to see that goal. I'm waiting to see that goal. Waiting to see that goal. I don't understand what we are watching tonight, folks. Don't understand what we're watching. I mean, if you've got Crystal Palace defence, fantastic stuff. But like literally, unless you've got Thiago and you're playing Thiago on field, everyone else that everyone owns is doing nothing. Absolutely nothing in any of these games. It's crazy. It's a weird week. It's another... I don't think I've ever had this many weeks in FPL in any season. I've had 4 weeks already this season where I've scored 30 odd points or 30 or 40 points. That happens literally 2 times a season normally. And this year, I've literally got 4 of them in the first 11 weeks. Oh, wow. Wow. Bournemouth are just... That is a really poor goal to concede again. I mean, Petrovic is put off. I mean, that's got to be is that a Marlon goal? It is. It's a Marlon goal. Marlon knows nothing about that goal. But it's a Marlon goal. I don't know. Number 5 got the assist, whoever that was. But that's mad. Yeah, crazy. I feel sorry for Newcastle fans, to be fair, because your team's crap. I thought Man United were crap, but Newcastle are crapper. I've got no doubts about that now. 4-0. Can't believe it. 4-0 to the Villa. That's crazy. I didn't have time to put the 3 on. It's 4. Oh, Brentford almost concede there. But they don't. It's a great clearance from Henry on the last line of defence. Harlan Blank will cause a global average of less than 30. I mean, it's yeah. Bournemouth are done. Best year ever said. I mean, yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind the fact that it's changed. I don't know. I feel like it's weird. A lot of the goals this season are not being scored by forwards or midfielders. They're being scored by defenders, and that's the hard thing. And I feel like every week there's defenders that get monster points. But outside of Gabriel, it's not very consistent. I mean, in fairness, it is. Sunderland defence are OP this year. They literally get a 17-pointer or so every other week. Or what it feels like every other week anyway. Mad. Actually, I'm going to update my own score here in a second. I'm trying to do that while watching the football at the same time. I think I've done it now. 30 points before Haaland. I mean, if he blanks, I'll feel slightly better. But what a crap week. All right, Palace and Brighton are now into injury time. There is 7 minutes of injury time there. Nottingham Forest currently hold a 2-1 lead over Leeds. Aston Villa are 4-0 over Bournemouth. And Brentford are 2-1 against the 10-man Newcastle after Dan Burn, I think, realistically, was pretty harshly sent off. But, I mean, he should have conceded the first penalty. I think the second one was not a penalty. So I feel like it evened itself out. But I don't think he deserved to be sent off. But one of the worst, yeah, it's just poor. One of the worst games that you could possibly have him for. It happens. At least Pope got 3. He's beaten Petrovic now by 2 points. Senesi now on 2, so he's beaten Burn by 2. So in reality, the Bournemouth versus Newcastle defence was a complete dead heat. Because Pope and Burn is going to score the exact same amount of points as Petrovic plus Senesi, which is 3. I'm sick of double defence, man. I can't wait to sell him. I'm sick of him. Sick of the sight of him. Never again. I don't even care if it's Arsenal. I've got no intention of ever going double up on a defence again. This season, I've had 11 game weeks with double Forest followed by double Newcastle, and only 1 game week out of 11 has it actually come in. You couldn't read about it. That's why I don't like it. I'll be scarred for life. I'll never go back there again. All right, let's add that in. There we go. That's the update. It's come on 30 points in the game week before Haaland plays. There's a penalty. There's a penalty in the Nottingham Forest Leeds game. I can't believe it. I should have free hitted. I would have got a way better score. Like, my free hit draft is actually going to come in way bigger than this game week. What did I come up with? I need to go back and have a look. What was the final free hit draft I came up with? I'm going to be gutted. I should have done it. So I had, in that team, it was Mateta, Bowen, captain, which obviously got more points than Gabriel. I had Bruno Fernandes, who returned, Marino, who returned, Saka, who returned, Enzo, who didn't, Neto, who did, Milenkovic, who doesn't, Gabriel, who didn't, Kukurea, who did, and Sells. I don't know if it's a penalty for Forest or Leeds. Oh, it's a penalty for Forest. Only one man has saved the week. Haaland does not save my week. He actually destroys my week, probably. I don't even want to know what my current rank is, but it's going to be crap. I mean, having 4 players... Hold on. How many players have I had play now? I've had... How many in this watch along? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've had 5 players play in this watch along for 8 points. I'm averaging under 2 points per player in this watch along. That's just unbelievable. How does that even happen? How does that happen? Semenyo missed, Burn red, and Senesi. I know it's. I actually still think Rice is a far better pick than Saka. I know that Saka got the points on the weekend, but I feel like Rice is going to be way more consistent than Saka. There is no one that plays the Rice position. Like, Saka will lose minutes to Madueke, and Rice is just going to keep putting the points in. He's a cartel wet dream. Has he actually taken the penalty? Is Elliot Anderson taking the penalty? I actually said that Anderson actually looked like a pretty good pick. When I watched him against Man United last weekend, I thought this guy is a quality player. I would love Man United to go and sign Anderson because I feel like that's what our midfield is missing. Like, someone that can actually play in the midfield for starters and actually can do something. All right, here we go. While watching the penalty being given, that's a great run. Oh, mate, that is the clearest penalty I've seen all day. What is he doing? That is one of the worst defensive challenges I've ever seen. And Elliot Anderson smokes home the penalty. I can tell you what, the cartel are going to be peddling that to the masses on Monday morning, folks. He's going to be like, Elliot Anderson in. You can put it, he can be in the thumbnail of all single one of them. I can put money on it right now, straight off the bat. It's a goal there, and it's Nottingham Forest 3-1 against Leeds now. The only game with no goals, the Southwest Derby, whatever they want to call it, after looking like the game with probably the most chances for goals in the first 30 minutes, is going to finish goalless. Unbelievable. Crazy. I mean, a late minute goal somewhere. Come on, let's have a last minute goal in the Southwest Derby or whatever it is. Let's have a Mateta like 95th minute strike. Will be beautiful. I'd say it's all defenders, probably. People going to 5 minutes at the moment might be a bad meta decision. The attacking metas are blanking just as much as the forwards, staying fluid. Yeah, I actually think you're probably right. Like, it just depends on week to week. All right, Brighton versus Crystal Palace have gone there, and it's a Palace ball into the box. Someone header. Oh, forces a good save from Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson's probably on 3 bonus just based off what I've seen in that game. Yeah, mad. There was a chance there to win it. Definitely a chance there to win it. But it has not happened. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a weird week. What a weird week of football. I was right about there being more goals on the Sunday, though. We've had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in 4 games so far. And how many did we have yesterday? Actually, we might have more than that yesterday. Yeah, hold on. I got that wrong. I got that wrong. Horribly wrong. I take that back. I reversed that. Just forget I mentioned that comment. There's 11 minutes of injury time in the Brentford-Newcastle game, and we're about 4 minutes or so into it. Thiago scores versus Newcastle. It's mad. Oh, it's another goal! Thiago has scored a brace. Newcastle in the bin. Mate, Eddie Howe, he's got problems. He's got problems. If this is not a sign to just to bin your Newcastle assets, I don't know what is. This has been an unbelievably poor second half from Newcastle. They're doing exactly what they did the last time they were in the Champions League, and their league form is going down the crapper. It's going down the crapper, folks. There's no other way of describing it. And by the way, Crystal Palace versus Brighton has finished 0-0. So congratulations if you own any Crystal Palace defenders or you have Bart Simpson in goal. He has come through for you. And yeah, Thiago running away. I mean, what a signing. If you've picked him up and you're playing him this week, you're a very happy person right now. He's literally on a 13-pointer. I mean, that's going to be the difference probably between a green arrow for a lot of people. If you're playing Thiago, you are loving life. Absolutely loving life. Yeah, one goal would definitely have opened it up, 100%. I'm on 41 points of Salah captain and Haaland left. Oh, that's a good week, DJ. You've got to be pretty happy with that. It's going to be a good green. Can I please get Burn back so I can transfer him out another time? It is. It's been a crappy week. It's been a crappy week. I've got 0 chances of a green arrow after these 2 p.m. games. I've had no returns in these games. Dan Burn got the DC and then got himself sent off. What an absolute champ. What a way to reward my faith. Like, what an idiot. Just, oh yeah, Trig's back in the business, baby. He's back in the business. He's having a good week. I mean, actually, ironically, this is going to sound retarded. Actually, I have to have a look. I have to have a look at this. Hold on. I have to have a look. This is the kind of nonsense. Like, I've been talking about it, right? So, like, I on the channel, I was like, going, you know, I picked a different team I only look at like every 5 weeks or whatever. That team has actually got Thiago. I bought Thiago on wildcard last week in that team, and Thiago's on field. Like, it's hilarious. The difference of luck that team is having compared to my own is just, it's mind-boggling. It's the best way of describing it. It's literally mind-boggling. I have to check. How many points is that on? Like, every week I get less points. Ramsdale just signed to make sure Dan Burn didn't get a -1. This is unbelievable. But Newcastle they've lost the plot here. Actually, done the wrong thing there. All right, it's finished. Nottingham Forest 3, Leeds 1. That game is now officially ended. So we're just waiting for the Brentford versus Newcastle game to end, which is now 8 minutes into the 11 allotted for injury time. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I got Thiago. I'm a genius. Glad I sold Burn to Taylor this week. I know I should have just sold Burn this week. I was going to get rid of Burn for Munoz this week as well. I should have just done it. I would have been 6 points better off. 48 points of Haaland, captain left. Very nice, Matty. Gakpo comes off the bench and scores 2 to 3 goals. If you remember my Gomez striker last week, you can understand my joy. Lovely. 10 points from 5 playing players. Just Lacroix clean. I know, it's one of these weird weeks. I swapped Voltamata for Thiago last week. Oh, that is sexy, Dan. What a great move that is. Disaster week. The break, looking forward to it. Gakpo, who is benched, and Haaland not captain. Darius, I feel your pain. I left 8 points. Richards on my bench. I played 3 points in S instead. It is what it is. Newcastle 2 points off relegation. I mean, Newcastle, their form has dived off a cliff. Dived off a cliff. I thought Man United were bad, but Newcastle were next level bad. I know Man United went to Brentford and we were poor in that game. Not helped by the fact that that was one of Bruno's penalty misses. That did not help. But Brentford are about to score a 4th here. Oh, not quite. Newcastle are just 6s and 7s at the back. They've got no idea how to defend. They've forgotten how to defend, folks. They're getting carved apart. Haaland blank, please. Wow, that crazy. At least I had Saka 30 points of Haaland, non-captain, and Szoboszlai left. Yeah, I was literally looking... Yeah, I mean, most people had double Arsenal defence, which got you 2 points, which is not helpful. Yeah, I wonder... let me have a look at the bonus points in that Crystal Palace-Brighton game. So the bonus points in that Crystal Palace-Brighton game is 3 for Mitchell, 2 for Henderson, and Convat. And Henderson got a save point as well. I mean, this has been the week of the Henderson and Martinez clean sheets. I mean, they have got monster hauls in those games. Convat also got 10 DC. He got 15. Richards got 12. Mitchell got 10. Kamada got 10. Weaver got 11 for Brighton. And it's finished 3-1 to Brentford over Newcastle. So that game's officially ended. So all the 2 p.m. games have now officially finished, folks. There we go. Mad. Absolutely madness. I mean, yeah. That game just full of defenders getting points. Yellow cards for Van Heck, Veltman, Jorginho, Baliba, and Lima. I don't understand how that game's finished 0-0, but sometimes those things can happen. Aston Villa, 40. So Buendia's on 3 bonus, Martinez on 2. How is Martinez on 2 when he... I actually take that back. Buendia got a goal. No, he didn't get an assist, though. That's weird. I feel like Martinez has been robbed there. I mean, he's only made 1 save. He hasn't actually... Hold on. No, he made 4 saves as well. Plus the penalty save. I feel like Martinez probably should have got the 3 bonus there, but he hasn't. He's got 2. Anana is got 1 for his goal, and Buendia's got all 3. Defensive contributions, Senesi with 14, Milicevic with 14, Scott with 10, Buendia with 11. So he just missed out on the DC 2 points as well. That's unfortunate. He would have had a monster haul in that one. Nottingham Forest versus Leeds. It is Milinkovic, my boy, with the defensive contributions, 15. Anderson with 13, so he got them as well, plus the penalty. Anderson's got a huge haul in that game. Now that we know that he's on penalties as well, I mean, the cartel are going to be frothing him tomorrow. Get amongst it. Aronson actually made the DC points in that game as well. Stack was 1 off 12. Rodon and Ampadu, 1 off 10. That's unlucky. And the bonus there goes 3 to Gibbs-White, Hutchinson with... No, Mtekia with 2, and Hutchinson with 1. And then in the Brentford-Newcastle game, defensive contributions, Yao Malik with 15. Byrne, who then got himself sent off, got it. Bruno Guimaraes got it as well. So did Tonali. So did Zhao. Botman was 1 off. And then the bonus points is 3 to Thiago, 2 as things stand to Barnes, and 1 to Shard. There we go. Those are all the stats from all the games at the 2 p.m. kickoffs. Mad. Absolutely mad. Please make a pull. How many we rage transfer out today? Yeah, I can't believe Newcastle, man. I mean, the first one should have been a penalty. The second one I thought wasn't, and it went the other way around. I mean, this is VAR, and it's so hit and miss. It's all down to interpretation. I swear, it's like if VAR have got that player in their FPL team, it's always goes in their favour. Generally speaking, I've found. I mean, 18 with 2 left. I mean, I thought I was having a bad week, but I mean, other people are having horrible weeks. Like a lot of the popular assets this week have done absolutely nothing. So I feel your pain. I mean, yeah, I don't even have the safety net of the Haaland captain to come. I've just got Haaland. No captaincy because I'm bloody Captain Gabriel. Stuff Man United being the early kickoff, man. I would have captained Bruno or Mbumo in that game if it wasn't the early kickoff. And I kind of wish I'd had because I feel like I would be on slightly better points overall. And Mbumo in before the price rise. I mean, it just depends. You're going to have to sell him again in 5 weeks' time, Atlas. So that's going to be something to consider. Walker Peters, mate, I can't believe Walker Peters stole that Bowen goal. I feel so devo for the Bowen owners because it was such a good shout. And yeah, he got absolutely fleeced. Most transferred in curse strikes again, 100%. It is always the way. Surprisingly on a 1 point green with uncaptained Haaland. I mean, let's have a look at what my score is. I don't even want to look. On my rank, it's impossible to actually get a green arrow of a score like this. I'm definitely on a red. I have to be on a red. Like the Palace clean sheet. Wow, it's hilarious. I'm actually on a green. I'm on a green by 1 point, which means that if Haaland does anything other than return, I'm cooked. I'll get a red. I'm back on. I'm going to start. I'm going to be like the United Strand. I have to go back to starting from the start and hope for green arrows. I just can't believe this week. This week is just not gone. Like Mukiele gets 4 points on my bench after getting 1, and I mean, damn pen red card, man. It sums up my luck. Captain Bruno, that's very sexy. Best Semenyo switch, a Liverpool asset, except Salah. I think I'm probably going to transfer Semenyo back to Phil Foden. But that's just me. I'm a madman. Max Bowen goal stolen, triple Arsenal defense, Gabriel captain, Semenyo pen miss. Yeah, that's unlucky. Don't mention what... PTSD, fair. That's fair. 53 points of Ekatike and Haaland left. That is a very good score, Michelangelo. I don't know how you've got 53 points. Someone might have to conduct an investigation, but that is a fantastic score. Haaland blank for me to rise, Lord, please. Haaland even playing Cooksby. Next, I mean, if Haaland gets a red card, I might actually get a green arrow. Like, that's the only way that I think I get a green arrow is if Haaland gets sent off and... I mean, Reiner's obviously a lot of people playing. He's going to come off the bench and get 1 point, hopefully. That will be good. I need a Haaland red card. That is the secret to my game week 11 success is a Haaland red card. What does the world come to when I'm betting on that? Next week I'll be on Bruno captain. I don't actually mind the Bruno captain against Everton. I think that could actually be a good shout. I sold Gyökeres for Thiago and benched Semenyo for him. Am I a genius? That is genius. That is a very genius. That's just brilliant. That's brilliant transfers. I love it. Fantastic. That's what I love to see. I love when people actually get really good stuff. I know my week's sucking. My weeks have sucked almost all season. I feel like I used up all my luck last year. Got my 5K rank, and now this year it's like you're going to get a 5 mil rank. I don't think I'll finish 5 mil, but it's been painful. It's been painful. Thoughts on Cherky? He could be a shout. He could be a shout for Man City's fixture run. I wouldn't be bringing him before Newcastle. But, yeah, from then on, I think it'll be great. Are we starting a new stream for final game today? I'm going to look at that in a second. I can't promise you. It depends on how good the internet is. If the internet's cooked, that's it for the day. But if it's good, I'll be bringing it back. None of the FPL YouTubers will yap about Thiago. Yeah, I know. He's so good. Oh, my God, yes, Haaland, own goal, then a red. I mean, that would be the amazing dream. Mamhoosh, please come on for Haaland. Pulled 73. TC's sharp. Oh, mate. What? You might actually top score this week. What? Shard's on... He's on 1 bonus. He's on 1 bonus. So he scored. He's got 6, 7, 8. He's going to be on 9 points. So he got 27 from that move. That's not bad. Not bad. I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Thoughts on Ahmad? I love Ahmad. He was in the differentials video this week. He's banged in the last 3 weeks. And he looks like a player in form. And I just remember, like, when he gets on the ball, you expect something to happen. Like it... I don't know if we'll see a return of Ahmad and Mbumo as the 10s. I think if Amarin's clever over the international break, he's going to have a bit of a brainwave and he's going to watch his stream and go, I think I'll play Cunha up top and Mbumo at the right 10, Bruno on the left, get Casemiro in there with Ugarte, sorry, not Ugarte, Mainu in the midfield, put Amat back on the right wing back spot because we look so poor when we have a defender there. Mazraoui, I feel like that set the tone for the game yesterday. Just inept, not good enough, etc., etc. And then, yeah, I mean the left-hand wing back role is Dorgu looks a lot better, and I didn't actually have anything to do with Dallo yesterday, but Dallo and Ugarte came on when Man United were 1-0 up, and then we conceded 2 goals with those 2 fools on the pitch. So it's just, they need to sign a midfielder. They need to sign a midfielder, and they need to sign a left wing back. Or hopefully what might happen is Martinez might be fit enough. Martinez will go into the left centre back role, and they might put Luke Shaw into the left wing back role. That's probably the best solution for Man United. And if that happens, Shaw will become a very good option in FPL, I think. Because I think he's 4.5. He could be really good as well as a defender. Because I think that he'll actually put a lot of crosses in that might actually get finished. Walter got to go for Thiago. I mean, yeah. These games today just ruined my week. All the work done yesterday down the drain. I know. Yeah, it's mad. All right, guys, I'm going to quickly try and reset the internet. Look out for that. If the internet's no good, I won't be streaming. If it is, we'll be back. But I'm going to hold it there because I need to be able to watch this on the actual on my actual monitor. And if it's not going to work, I'm not going to be happy. Anyways, thank you all who joined this watch along. Hopefully you are getting green arrows, unlike myself. Unfortunately, sometimes, in fact, what seems to be my luck every single week this year, I've had no luck. And we'll roll it. We'll roll it till we go. But thank you very much for joining. And hopefully I'll be back. But if I'm not, I will see you all very soon. Enjoy the international break. FPL, you can put on the back burner. Hope that your players don't get injured, etc., etc. And just pray for more points when it comes to game week 12. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already joined the WhatsApp chat, it's right at the top of the chat. If you go all the way back to the very first message, if you haven't already joined, there's a link there. Press the button, join. You can talk to me there. Otherwise, I'll see you all very soon. You guys, as usual, have been amazing. Thank you.